What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Texans franchise, episode 59, and we are still in week 8. I have been working super hard on getting these teams set to go. Hasn't really been much for trades, to be honest with you guys, for the other teams. It's been mostly just ensuring re-signs get done the way they should. But I gotta be honest, man, if we are gonna get through enough of this Texans franchise before Madden 24 drops, which is literally a month from now, I need to stop worrying about the CPU teams at this point. I want us to get to the point where we're seeing guys like Dylan Gilbert retire. We're seeing, entire careers play out. I'm thinking I'm just gonna take my profiles off of the other teams for now, leave it as is, and just, try and speed up the process a little bit as much as I can, because, man, I really wanted to get a good chunk done this year. And so far I'm failing, in my opinion. I mean, obviously I got 58 episodes out there. It's not exactly a bad series, but I really expected this to be a longer series, and I do apologize for that. I'm still learning how to do this whole YouTube thing and how to balance my time and how to bring you guys new series and extra content on top of sticking to my main story here. So I appreciate any patience, and I appreciate you guys sticking by and checking out the new stuff. I'm still working on it, so things might change in the future as to how I do things or my schedule upload, but trust me, it is all a work in progress. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's just sim ourselves a week or two. I'm thinking we might want to end up in week 10 with the Colts. If we lose the game against the Patriots, I think we should stop and play the Colts again, but we'll see what happens. So let's just go ahead, let's sim past this week, and we'll see where we're at in week 10. All right, so we are in week 10, and we just got a win against the Patriots. Awesome to see that. And I really think that I want to see some new teams here. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to sim to week 11 here, and I'm hoping that we win another one, get ourselves to 4-5, keep the standings in the division very close, and then we can pick up, because we've already seen the Colts recently. We've seen the Jaguars recently. So I'm trying to make sure we're seeing additional teams that we haven't seen already. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and we are going to sim past this week as well. And then we will probably pick things up here in week 11 against the Panthers. All right, so we are in week 11. We get the win over the Colts, big time win, because now looking at the standings, we're only a game behind the Colts now after the 2 wins. We're going to go back, we're going to revisit those games. We're going to check out the Panthers, and then we get to do some focus player stuff this week, and we're going to do some re-signs. We got a lot of stuff to do this week. And let me know down below, guys. I made sure that the last video was a longer one, because most of you guys all that participated in my poll on the community tabs all said you either didn't care or you wanted longer videos, and it seemed not a lot of you really liked the shorter videos. So if that's the case, let me know down below. And if that is the case, I apologize for assuming that, because I assumed that I had to do the YouTube thing and shorten everything, but apparently that is not the correct thing to do, which is a good thing, because I enjoy the longer content. All right, I enjoy making the longer stories. Forget YouTube and, well, okay, hold on, let's not get crazy here. Not forget YouTube, I'm saying the short content thing that seems to be going on with YouTube and TikTok and all these other places. Forget all that. I want to tell the story how I want to tell the story, and I understand where you guys are coming from. The context just is not there, it seems, with the shorter videos. Now sometimes, yes, there's just not a lot to talk about, right? And shorter video is fine, but not every video. So I'm glad to see that you guys think that, because that's how I felt. Yeah, so let me know down below if that was indeed how you felt. And let's get on with seeing where we're at. Week 11, we're sitting at 4-5. We're going to be going on the road to take on the Panthers, who are sitting at 3-7. A win this week would really give us some great momentum going into the week 12 game against the Jaguars. Another very important game, considering how close they are in the division with us. They're tied with us right now. So we really need to do some good things in the next couple of weeks if we want to turn this season around. Okay, wow, so there is a lot of stuff here. We'll do the weekly strategy first, get that out of the way. We'll upgrade players. So This week, I'm not too concerned about Sam Darnold. I'm actually more concerned with Johnny Prince than I am McDonald. Darnold, not McDonald. Jeez Louise. Sam Darnold. So we're going to stick with the inside run. That's the approach I've taken for the majority of this season. And on offense, we are going to go throw it medium because that seems to assist us as well in our play calling. And for the game plan, I really want to try and limit the offense a lot. So I'm going to try and do the sack the quarterback 5 times. Allow 14 points or less. I like that. I like that one. And then on this one, yeah, 5 offensive touchdowns. I think we should be able to hit that. I think that's attainable. So we're going to stick with that. Let's go ahead and do the training. And hopefully we don't get a big time injury or anything like that. And hopefully I didn't just jinx it by saying that. Scrolling down the list here. Offense is safe. And defense is... come on. Safe. There we go. We got a prospect spotlight this week as well from our GM, who I thought was me, but okay, let's see who we should be looking at. Probably be somebody that I have no interest in drafting. Strong safety. We may want to take a deeper look at strong safety. Christian Randall has been standing out from other prospects in terms of his football IQ. That's not the worst take, to be honest, because I feel like I whiffed on the Hitchcock, and I'm not sure where Bonner is going to be heading. But I'm really not too sure where we're going to go in the draft this year. We just have a really good youthful team, and I don't know what we really need to hammer home. So, okay. So I did do a couple of left tackles in the first round to try and get some added exposure here, just because I had a feeling we were going to be getting rid of Laramie Tunsil. So the top 2 guys here, looks like Max Haas is not a top 5 projection or talent. And then Caleb Lloyd is a little bit behind where he should be. Not too bad. Oh, okay. And then we have a UDFA and a day 3 guy down here. So won't be doing that. A day 3 guy for Joey Walker. So that's not too bad. And we even have some UDFAs. Look at that. But nothing of substance there. We do have a couple of right tackles, which is something I wanted to focus on. And top of the list again, another situation where there are 2 to 3 talents. Same thing with Fields. That's the same exact way that the left tackles were, except down here, Matt Triplett, projected to go round 1 to 2, is a solid round 1 talent, and Marcus Shepard in 2 to 3 being a round 1 to 2 talent. So that is something to keep in mind. You know, because now we don't potentially have to go after them right away. We don't have to be in a certain position to be able to get them. I really like that about them. And that gives me the ability to play around a little bit in the draft. And we know we have a couple of guys there if we feel the need to go after a tackle. As far as the rest of this draft class goes, there doesn't seem to be a lot sticking out. We don't need anything with quarterbacks. I'll just show you guys the few that are up here. Craig Rivers, the top guy, John Langford, Terrence Thomas. Oh, wow, only 2 first-round guys. That is different. But the league is stacked with quarterbacks. Like, there's not much room for quarterbacks right now. A lot of teams have 2 quarterbacks right now. So, running backs, a few guys for round 1. Actually, pretty loaded draft for the running backs. We won't need any of those guys, though. That's why you see a bunch of 50%s here, because I just didn't see any need to even scout them. You know, we have plenty of guys. Wide receivers, there's a 1 or 2 that had a secondary as wide receivers. So you might see a few 55s in here, but again, I don't see the need there. I wish I could draft receivers. I just don't know what I would do with them. So I'm containing myself a little bit here. Same with tight ends. I'm not feeling the tight end. I feel like our defense is where we really need to stick all of our focus, right? And I made it apparent when we did the trade earlier for Quincy Wilson. We just need to get this defense on par with the offense, because we know that the offense can do well. And I feel like we're getting there. So I haven't really been focusing too much on the offense outside of the offensive line, like as I showed you guys before. So we'll see. Maybe I can get a few more of these guys unlocked to see if it's worthwhile. And then in the middle, I was hoping to find a guy or two, but there was just such limitations on between the places, like the different zones, to scout that I couldn't bother putting a scout on any of them, because you'd have one or two guys in one, and then you'd have one in the other, and then it's undrafted guys. So it's just not a good draft again for the middle of the line. And here, looking at centers, it's all nobody in the first round, two guys that are scheduled before day 3, and then just a few day 3 prospects. So doesn't seem to be a very strong offensive line draft. Defensive ends, I don't think we'll be needing to go after anybody in that department. We are pretty set there, I think, as long as Wilson plays how I feel he will be playing for us. D tackle is really not much of a concern either. I really like the guys we have right now. Redmond has been playing well. He hasn't had any injuries this year. If it was like a quarter or two and he was right back in. Same with Franklin Myers. So plus we had Irving from last year. So I'm not even thinking about D-line in the slightest. As far as linebackers, I think we're set there as well. We have a couple of higher picks with Fletcher and Betts there alongside White and Greenlaw still. So again, just not much need for this group of players. And there's not a lot of guys that really jumped off the page. If you look at the bottom one here for zone coverage, just not a lot of guys that seem to excel in the zone coverage category. Maybe a guy like John Moats, but that's a UDFA. The first guy that has an A there is a UDFA. So not very good drafts. I can't wait for next Madden when we can control the strength of the drafts by position, because then we can look around the league and I can decide if I want a draft that's stronger for quarterbacks or stronger for this position. Now, obviously, I don't want to do that every year because then it'll just be saturated, but I think it'll add plenty of storylines to be able to adjust that, and the settings for trades and all that stuff. I'm really excited about franchise next year. I really am. I feel like this is going to be the first franchise I can do where I don't have to do everything for the teams and I can still have some fun. So I'm hoping that comes to fruition. But let me still focus on 23 since we are still playing Madden 23. And for the corners, I did do a few areas for the corners to try and get some more information. I mentioned earlier this year, I feel like the corners may be the issue. I didn't think they would be. I thought we had good guys, but Stingley is really the only guy that's playing superb, right? Landry is streaky. He's good and then he's not good. And same with Hobbs. Both of those guys will get beat from time to time. And we just don't seem to have another difference maker to go alongside Stingley right now. And we need one because our safeties aren't top tier either. So I'm hoping we can find somebody in this secondary to maybe shore that up and bring in. How many corners are we going to have that have the name Pat? I mean, nothing against guys named Pat, but I swear to God, there is a corner every single year with the name Pat in this game. How many guys named Pat can play corner? Am I being extra right now? I feel like there's always a guy named Pat. Whatever. I would definitely like to get some of these guys fully unlocked so I have an idea of where this group is sitting. Luckily, with this choice, I'll be able to get much more information out of it. So I'm thinking, because this one I believe is it just 30% the first one and then 40 the next one? Where is this guy they wanted me to? Okay, Christian Randall here, 5'11", 215. Doesn't have good zone, decent tackling, decent man coverage, good hit power. Let me just look at his stats. So he's 22. They say it's a top fit of ours. Solid, good, poor marginal. Yeah, sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it with the speed. I am sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I take that back. I'm not even sorry. Ben Grant. So what about Ben Grant here? Round 1 to 2 guy. He's 21, 6 foot, 222. Marginal decent. Okay, can't do that either. Damn it. I don't want a guy below 6 foot. I don't know if that's weird of me, but I just don't. Maybe a free safety. Anthony Britton, he's a top guy. Ted Pace, Taylor Hurd. Let's see what Taylor Hurd's all about. 21, 6'1", 201. Horrible man coverage. Pretty good zone. Solid to good speed. Not the best, but better. Let's see. Not too much is unlocked. We know awareness will be at least average. Catching will be at least average. Zone and pursuit both Bs. That's good. Tackling is going to be average. If those physicals were a little bit better, I would be a little bit more excited about him. And even if I do, I'm not going to be able to unlock much. I think we should do a couple of these corners here and maybe a lineman or something along those lines. Okay, what about James Kennedy? Let's check him out. 21, 6'1". I like that. Let's see, the physicals. Great elite speed, good to great acceleration. Okay, that seems good so far. B catching, B press, C tackle, C zone, B man. So we already know quite a bit about him. A to C awareness. If that awareness is an A or a B, this could be a good pick for us here in the first or late first, early second. So I think we're going to want to do James Kennedy. Damn, these drafts just seem to be getting worse and worse. Do they not? It just seems like there's not much excitement for these drafts, you know? Like, there's no players with a bunch of A's. Like, I have yet to see a generational player in any draft, and not just ones I've drafted, just in general. There hasn't been a single one. It's just weird. Very weird. Paul Hartwell. Okay, he's got A zone. Let's just check him out. I'm always okay with checking out linebackers and whatnot, because you never know who you can find, right? He's 21. A pursuit, A awareness, B play rec. Okay, wow. Okay, let's actually do Paul Hartwell. Yeah, we're gonna do Paul Hartwell. We'll make him one of the guys that we scout here, and then maybe we do safety. Yeah, let's do a safety. We'll figure it out. Let's go down the list here. Is there somebody here that I would like to learn more about? Mitch Holt. Let me just see what this guy looks like. He's supposed to be top 5 as a safety. 6'1", 205. He's 22. Good to great speed, solid to good acceleration. A play rec, A man, B block shedding, C tackle, and somewhere between good and bad zone coverage. Okay, you know what? Fine, that's our 3. We're gonna go Mitch Holt. Jesus, that's gonna be a fun name. So where is he? Okay, Mitch Holt, James Kennedy, and Paul Hartwell. Those are gonna be the 3 guys we do these for, and hopefully we can come up with something out of them to know a little bit more about this class. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Yes, there we go. Holy shnikes, we have a lot of upgrades. Dylan Gilbert's getting one. There we go. So we're gonna continue doing field general. That puts Dylan Gilbert up to an official 90 overall. Then we got Frank Bonner. And we are gonna do, I'll do run support. Try and keep him balanced since he's the strong safety. We don't want to get him too far onto the zone side. Oh, look at that. He got 1 to speed. Frank Fletcher's going to get 1. I love Frank Fletcher. I can't wait to get that guy on the field. And I think we are definitely going to, let's see, what is his ratings at? Block shedding, awareness, play rec. I think we actually need to do run stopping for him. Yeah, let's do run stopping. See if we can get some of that stuff up. And there we go, 2 play rec, 2 pursuit, and a zone still. So that's a good upgrade for him. Brian Stewart is going to get 1. Stewart, I feel like, is a playmaker in the making. And no pun intended there for the playmaker upgrade. We're going to go slot for him. Oh, look at that. He got an extra TMP, so now he's up to a 79. 4 to medium route running. That put his medium route running right up there to where his deep route was. So now he's really balanced. Really balanced. That release needs to get up there, but once he gets that release up there, man, this guy is going to be something special with that 97 speed. He might start pushing Jason Dahl, man. He really might. But Dahl's been doing really consistent stuff for us, so I think he's safe still. Devontae Hitchcock, that's a safety we drafted high last year that I feel like I whiffed on. I am going to do... This is the thing, right? He's not a bad safety, but that speed is horrendous. That play rec is horrendous. We're going to do... I think we're going to do run support again. Play rec is there. I mean, play rec is going to be on all of them, but let's do the run support. Hopefully we get something good here. Okay, so we got a block shed, a hit power, play rec, a press, and then 2 to tackle. If we can get a couple of upgrades with speed included, like we just did for Bonner, he may be usable, but I'm worried about him, especially if we end up in like a cover 3 situation. I just don't see him being able to hang with any receivers. It's hard enough for Bonner to, and he's not even that slow. he's a 90 speed, right? So he was 89 before. And then we'll stick with field general for Kyle Caldwell here. He has developed into quite a nice backup quarterback for us. There we go. And then last but not least is the project guard, Demarius Clark. Drafted him. And I think we're going to go power. There we go. See what that gets. 1 pass, 1 run, 2 run power, and a strength. Good upgrade. We still have some players to make deals with, and Alex Poe is at the top of that list. He didn't re-sign with us last year. I don't know what's going to happen if I can't get him to re-sign. Like, I can't force him to stay. You know what I mean? Let's try and get Alfonso Redmond. He doesn't want to re-sign. Jesus. That might be the fall of this team if we can't get these guys to re-sign with us. Okay, let's go here. Damn, Redmond does not want to come back. I did not anticipate us having such a difficulty re-signing players. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. We're in a warm state. You know, we went to the Super Bowl last year. Why is nobody wanting to re-sign with us? Is that not strange? It's not like this is the Texans. Like, is the Texans just keeping what they are in real life right now? Okay, let's try this again. Last offer was 6 years, $153 million. I mean, that's a lot. You know what I mean? That is a lot. That's going to put him over 30 years old. This is 163. This is a $10 million price hike from his last offer. How are we not in there for Super Bowl chase? We just went to the Super Bowl a year ago. What is this? Holy shit. Oh, man. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to offer 12 here. 166. That is almost 26 million on average over the next 6 years. 23.9 this year, or next year, I should say. 25.2, 26, 28, 29, 31 on his final year. This might be the highest contract I can offer him. I hope to God he takes it. Okay, he does. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. He finally took it. Okay, so Alex Poe is staying home. I am glad to see that. I don't think I'm going to re-sign Jason White. He's just a filler in for us because of the last second trades. I want to re-sign Grenard because I like him, but I don't want to re-sign him at that price. So I need to see what happens after the end of the season. I can't believe Alfonso Redmond is giving us such a hard time. Nate Hobbs. It might work for us to take a corner this year if I can't get an agreement with Nate Hobbs. 1 year, $5 million. You know, we have Landry, we have Bridges. I almost feel like we should just let Hobbs hit. I really do. He's 28. You know, we have Stingley. We want to see what we have in Landry. Bridges is coming into his own. He just doesn't get time to play. Yeah, I think I might let Hobbs hit. We're going to at least hold out to the end of the season. Dre Greenlaw, same with him. He's only an 82 now. I would love to bring Tyler Jones back, though. I do not want to see him go. So let's try and negotiate with him. We'll offer him the 3 years he's looking for. We're down to 37 million, so have to make some good decisions. I'm gonna bring this up to 3.5 on each one. So 3 years, 21, a $7 million a year for a backup tight end. He doesn't seem to be too happy here. Apparently he wants to be in Washington, but no, Texas isn't that bad, dude. Maybe you should get over it. And he gets over it. Look at that. He's excited. Tyler Jones is back. Charles Omeni, who's another guy that I'm going to wait until after the season. He's asking for almost $6 million a year. I can't negotiate with him now anyway, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, even if we bring him back, it will not be until after the season is over. See if he gets a regression and see if that changes for what he's asking for. I'm not sold on bringing Davison back. I like him as a player. I just don't know if he's going to want to stay. The running back market is pretty flooded right now too. Ron Vick is a good candidate to stay. I'm not sold yet. So the last guys that are here, I feel like there's a lot of question marks around him aside from Redmond. I'd love to bring Redmond back, but we'll see what happens. I mean, we have other guys at D tackle. If for whatever reason he decides he doesn't want to play here, you know, so be it. But we got the season stats here. Dylan Gilbert, 24 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions on the season. This is through 10 weeks, 10 games, or 9 games, because we had our bye week in there. 2,600 yards, not a bad rating, 107.2, so he's having a pretty good year. Calvin Peerman, him and Sweet both averaging above 4.5 yards a carry. Love to see it. Sweet almost averaging 5, but not getting as many carries, obviously, sort of skews that number a little bit. 5 touchdowns to 4 touchdowns. This has always been more of a running back by committee approach. I love the 1-2 punch. I don't want to run one dude into the ground unless it's Cassidy Ali. And that's on, of course, my Viking series, which, man, you guys not really seem to be digging that, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm doing it. I'm still learning, like I said before the video or at the beginning, like I'm still learning how to do multiple series, so I could be putting it out there wrong, but you know, let me know down below if there's anything I can do to improve the experience for you guys with the Viking series with the SSFL, because I really don't want that to go away. I want to keep showing you guys that. I think it's an awesome thing for not only myself, but others to get involved with. So please let me know down below what you guys think of that Viking series and give me some suggestions on what I can do to change it. I'm here to cater to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to show you guys something you don't like. Maybe am I not showing enough context in that league? I could see that. I haven't been doing a lot of context there. I've just been a lot of games. So let me know if we need to do a huge deep dive across the entire league. I could do like a half-hour video just showing you guys all the different teams. I could do that. I'm okay with that. So yeah, let me know. And then as far as the receiving stats, Alex Poe, of course, leading us there barely. 583, 3 touchdowns. Jordan Walker has had a remarkable last couple of weeks for us, especially the last game that we watched. 6 touchdowns for him. He's leading in that category. Jason Dahl coming on strong, all 3 of them, and Leo Walsh. So 4 guys over 500 yards receiving. Gilbert really likes to spread the ball around, and I appreciate that. But once it's past those 4 guys, it falls off a cliff. Calvin Peerman down at 219, Brian Stewart at 155, and then nobody over 100. So you know who the targets are. We just have a lot of good ones. Defensively, let's see where we're at so far. So tackles for loss, John Franklin Myers with 9 sacks. Deshaun Brown leading us with 7. Franklin Myers, that's 6.5. Chauncey Wilson at 3.5. And not much after that. Derek Stingley having a great season. 5 interceptions. Landry in second with 2. And then tied for third is Hobbs and Chambers. Forced fumbles. Let's see. No forced fumbles? What? Not a 1. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. And now finally checking out these games that I simmed. So we had a big win against New England, 35-21. Dylan Gilbert, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. So an excellent day for him. Justin Charles, not too bad of a day, just not a very productive one. Calvin Peerman didn't get 100 yards, but he got pretty close. 83 on 19 carries. You like to see it. Sweet had himself a pretty good run and a touchdown, so that's good to see. Jacoby Myers went off. Wow, 11 for 153. Jordan Walker, 9 for 86. Jason Dahl had 2 touchdowns on the day. Alex Poe, not many catches or yards. I wish we got him more involved more frequently, but the sim does what the sim does. You know, I can't really change that too much. Deshaun Brown had the only sack of the entire game, and there was no turnovers in the game either. So, and this was against the Colts. So another game where we scored 35-20 is the final. And Dylan Gilbert, look at that, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. What a day. Landon Steele did not have a good day. 220 yards, no touchdowns or turnovers, and a 61% completion. Not good at all. Rushing, Taylor did have 100 yards, but Peerman also very close to that 100-yard mark. I'm starting to see some more stuff out of Peerman. I like to see that. And then receiving-wise, Lucas Loud, I feel like he did that to us a little bit the last time we played. 7 catches, 89 yards. Michael Pittman, 7 for 58. Wow, we had a whole bunch of people with a bunch of catches, but no yards. Oh, Leo Walsh had 2 touchdowns. Brian Stewart had 1. Anybody else way down here have 1? No? Okay. So we had 2 more touchdowns. Where did those go to? I missed it. Oh, right here. Jordan Walker had 2 more. Okay. And then defensively, we have any sacks? Yes, we did. Chauncey Wilson had 2. Franklin Myers had 2. Good to see. Sean Brown had another sack. Liking it. And no turnovers again. Yeah, so that was a lot of stuff to go over, but I feel like it was worth it. We haven't gone over in depth with that stuff in quite some time, especially this season. And again, guys, I do apologize for that. I honestly thought I was giving you guys what you wanted, but I was wrong. And that goes to show that I shouldn't always assume things, right? So I am sorry. Hopefully you guys forgive me and you guys continue to follow me for the Texans, and I will do my best to give more context to the Viking series. I do feel like that might be the issue with those videos. There's just not enough backstory for you guys to know what you're watching. I feel like, anyway, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. Maybe you guys just don't like the franchise because the teams are all crazy. I don't know. But I will be using that as content. Like, I gotta tell you guys, that is going to be a part of Madden 24. It's going to be a part of Madden 23 for the last month. So I feel like I'm just not doing a good enough job of giving you guys the context that it needs. And that's partly just because it's still new to me. I'm still learning a little bit about the league as much as I can, but we have some really cool stuff going on over there. So I hope you guys give it a little bit more of a chance. We'll be seeing another video of that coming out here in the next week. I do have one recorded and I just got to do a voiceover on it, and then we should be good to go for that. But yeah, as for this video, we are all set to take on the Panthers. We have done everything we need to do. We've seen everything. With a win today, we get back to 500 and we can tie the Colts for first place in the South. Now, will they win this week? I don't know. So this could be all for naught, but it is very important that we get this win. So without further ado, let's go and take on these Panthers. Wacky start to this game. Dylan Gilbert threw it all over the place. We ended up trying a stupid long field goal. And then on the very next drive, Carolina, they sort of fixed themselves, right? Where they do the, they just suck because the game realized that they shouldn't have kicked that long of a field goal, and then they threw an interception, and here we are. And a quick throw outside to Dahl, 2 plays in a row for him. He gets 8 yards. Been a weird day, though, for Dylan Gilbert so far. We've had one drive, and it didn't go well. And there we go. Walker falls as he makes the catch, but we will get a new set of downs. Now back to where that last drive pretty much ended. 1st and 10. Sweet in the backfield. He takes the handoff. Nice little crease for him. He'll get 6. Quick snap. Quick throw. Peerman. 1st down. There we go. Okay, 1st and 10. Gilbert back with time. He finds Leo Walsh underneath for a gain of 4. Moving the ball now. A little bit more steady than the first drive. 2nd and 6. Gilbert looks and way off target again. All right. They're playing man. Here we go. Gilbert's, oh, he dropped it. And we're going to have to take a field goal. All right, so we're back on offense. Carolina could not get anything together. And we're back out on the 35. Peerman takes it, breaking off of tackles, and he'll get a 1st down. Love to see it. All right, split back here. Another handoff to Peerman. Not much on that one, though. And we'll go to the air on this one, and Dahl absolutely wide open over the middle, down to the 34. Gonna set us up nicely here. 1st and 10. Sweet checks in. I formation. Gotta expect a run here. There it is. Run it to Sweet right up the middle, and he's got a big lane down to the 23. I love Jamarian Sweet, guys. I really do. I just can't decide between him and Peerman. Peerman has so much skill. Like, look at that run right there. I love when I see him make those plays because I know he's got it in him. We just don't see it often enough. You know, Sweet, we usually see him break off those big 10-yard runs. So I'm glad to see Peerman doing it today. Here we go, right back to him, but that time, wow, he made that 2-yard play. He really did. The line did an abysmal job blocking. 2nd and 8, we'll go back to Sweet, and Sweet carrying his blockers to the end zone. Look at that. What a run. The blocking was phenomenal, and Sweet gets in for, I believe, his 7th touchdown on the season. 10-0 here early. Just look at that. Harris with a great lead block, and then 3 guys all blocking down to the end zone, pushing those Panthers out of the way. After the touchdown, now Carolina comes out, third drive, down by 10, and they go outside, and look at that. Quincy Wilson putting the stop on Johnny Prince on the outside. Oh, little short one to Hamilton there, gets those 2 yards back. But now 3rd and 10, empty set here. Darnold needs some good stuff here. He's going deep. He's got a man. It's Davis, incomplete. Excellent defense on the last drive, and now we have a chance to make this a big game here. Out at the 42 to start. Gilbert over the middle. Dahl running across the field. 51 could not keep up with him. Quick drop back for Gilbert. He's got Peerman. I saw that all day. He was open, and he'll get down to the 35. Nice job. This should be the last play of the first quarter. And we're going to hand it off to Peerman, and he'll get the first. First play of the second quarter. We got our fresh set. We're at the 33. Hand off to Peerman up the middle, and he gets a beautiful lane of 6 yards. 9 carries, 41. He's had a pretty good day so far. Really liking what the line is doing up front. And Gilbert, oh, wow, that was a late throw. And now it's 3rd and 4. Drop back. Looking wide open, and Walker's got it. Down to the 2. I was a little bit afraid that he didn't get his feet down, but he does. And now we have a chance to make this a 17-point game. Can we get in the end zone? Sweet. Up the middle. Breaks off of 1, and he's in. 2 touchdowns on the day for Sweet. 17-0 in Carolina. Defense has done a hell of a job today, shutting them out so far in this first half. And there's a wide open Dahl. Number 47 it looked like. I'm not sure if I think that's a linebacker, was trying to cover him. Go right back to the air. Another one to Dahl, and we'll get to midfield. Gain of 8. 3 tight ends set. Peerman in the backfield. We'll hand it off to him. And Carolina, they got their noses in there. I think it was Brian Burns too. Puts a stop. 3rd and inches. No, it was Matt Lowell. And now we're going to throw it. A quick one outside of Walsh, and it catches him off guard enough to get the first. Back in shotgun here. Gilbert looking underneath again to Walsh. No, that's Dahl. I form for Sweet. Play action. Gilbert deep over the middle. He's got Jones. Jones breaking free. Down inside the 10 to the 5. Big play. Huge play by Tyler Jones, the man we just inked to a new contract. Breaking free from Jeremy Chin and number 37 there, and finally getting brought down inside the 10. What a play, and now we got ourselves a chance to make this a blowout early. I formation for Sweet. He's got 2 already. Handoff, and they shut it down that time. Good job by the defense. Peerman now. We're going to hand it off to Harris, the fullback. Oh, no, he fumbled. No. All right. No worries. It wasn't a fumble. 3rd and goal, though. Sweet. Just give it to Sweet. Finish it off. Make it the hat trick. Handoff. He got shut down. Looks like we're taking 3. All right. Well, we still got a field goal, right? So I can't be too upset. We have a 20-0 lead on the road. As they hand it off to Prince, he gets absolutely demolished. And hats off to the guy in the comments. I can't think of your name right now. I wish I could remember. I'll look it up right now. All right, I got it here. It was Excitement Motorsports 8704. Commented on the last video, and he said that use the 46 system. It works like a charm. And I got to tell you, man, I listened, I did it, and you see right here, it's working, man. Another punt coming. Well, after that defensive stop that I just talked to you guys about, we both had bad drives and missed field goals, and here we are back on offense. Gilbert looking to go deep, and wow, I thought that was, oh, wow. Oh, my heart jumped. I thought it was going to be picked off for a second. All right, 2nd down. Here we go. Quick one over the middle, Walsh, and he gets across midfield. Empty backfield here. There's Poe. Look at that. Finally. Gilbert just wanted to throw him a little bit of a bone there. 1 catch for 4 yards. We got 57 seconds and a timeout to burn. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we're looking to take it all right away. And it's caught! Brian Stewart with a huge grab in the end zone. I just got to see if he gets his feet down. He beats JC Horn off the line, and he had tight coverage. It was just a great ball by Gilbert and a great catch by Stewart. And it looks like he's got his feet down. He does. What a play. Well, it has been a very weird third quarter. Carolina has failed at every stop. Oh, there's a nice play to Stewart. And we got ourselves a field goal on the last drive, but it was a slow burner because Carolina had a really crappy punt on their first drive, which really meant we only needed like 1 first down to get in the field goal range, so I didn't put it in the video. But it's 30-0. We're out here on our second attempt, and there goes Sweet running up the sideline and still going down to the 13. Big run for Jamarian Sweet. And we're looking like we are going to make this an absolute blowout very quickly. Underneath to Dahl, and he's down to the 4. Overall, just a beautiful execution of the game plan on both sides of the ball today. It's been a fun one for us. Not having to pull out our hair, nothing like that. Oh, man. And there's a sack. Brian Burns, you know he was going to get 1, right? He's usually good for 1, and there it was. 3rd and 11. We have to kick another field goal here. Gilbert. Come on, man. Come on, man. Find somebody open. Oh, that's nobody. And yep, another field goal. This has been a very strange third quarter. Both teams have just sort of stopped working, except we just kicked some field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. So we're still doing some good stuff. 33-0, 2nd and 9. Carolina has had no answers at all so far in this game. And I'm not sure how much of this you guys are going to see because it's such a blowout. And oh, look at that. There's a sack. Deshaun Brown with his 2nd of the day. That pressure we've been searching for all season, and really for a couple of seasons, if I do say so myself. Here we go. 3rd and 16. Darnold off target and another punt. Sending 37 over there to try and cover him. And he throws it over the middle to Walker, and a nice gain of 7 on the play. Haven't had much from the receivers outside of Brian Stewart's really long touchdown. It's been more just consistent little 5 to 10 yard throws, as you see there from Alex Poe. Only his 2nd catch. Just seems like he's been sort of phased out so far this season. And there goes Peerman breaking loose down the sidelines, and he is gone. Touchdown, Texans. What a run. Breaking free in the backfield, then turning on the burners all the way for a long touchdown. There we have it, guys. Game over. I didn't show you guys much of the second half. All the damage was done in the first half. We ended up winning 40-3. Few field goals in the second to make the score even worse. And of course that long run for Peerman, but after that run, there was nothing really to show. Excellent showing. We get ourselves back to 500 with a huge road win. And now it's time to see if we can get ourselves in the playoff hunt and sort of redeem this season a little bit. Well, after the big win, we got a few upgrades. Dahl is the first one up, and we will do slot for him as well. He gets TMP boost. There we go. He'll get up to an 80 overall with that. Tyler Jones had a couple of big catches in that game, and he is rewarded with another upgrade. And we will do vertical threat, possession. And he gets some good upgrades there too. He'll go up to an 82, a true 80 now. And last but not least, Julian Chambers. And we're just gonna make him the best zone safety I can make him. That's my goal here. So we're gonna stick with that. 1 awareness, 1 zone. And there we go. We are back to 500. Let's get ourselves to week 12. Week 11 in the books. Week 12 is here, and I really do think that I am going to sim this one because we just saw the Jaguars not that long ago. And as much as it is a good matchup, I would really like to see maybe this Bengals game. Maybe the Jets. I don't think we've ever seen the Jets in this series, have we? If we have, it must have been at least a season or 2 ago. But as for this video, that's all I have for you guys. We'll figure that out next video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you like what you saw. Subscribe if you have not already, and you turn on that bell notification so you know when this next video is coming out. Keep an eye out for the next rebuild video. I'm working on that this weekend, hopefully, and I will have it out hopefully on Sunday. So my soft target right now is Sunday morning the top 5 teams to rebuild, newest edition with Madden 24 in mind. And I'll see you guys next time.